I made another video about what I like and dislike about India, and I was uploading it last night and reviewing it. As I was like, oh no, when I post this, I'm gonna get such shit from people. Like, there are gonna be a lot of people who don't like this video because I was talking a lot about like what I hate about India, and just it was a negative. There was a lot of negativity in the video, and I think what it made me realize or appreciate is that in order to understand a person, you really need to understand their context. Because if you just listen to a person's words, it's very easy to only get a surface level meaning. So, when someone's speaking, you know, are they hurt? Are they angry? Are they sad? Are they happy? Are they at peace with themselves? Are they at peace with others? Like, there's so much more to communication than just the words that people say. So I want to make an updated video about what I like and dislike about India because it's a good question, right? For people who are wondering. I've had a lot of experiences there. I think cumulatively in my life I've spent about 3 or 4 years in India altogether. I lived there as a child for a couple of years with my family. And then I went back. I went to India 3 times in my 20s, so that all those 3 journeys altogether were about a year total. So, oh, hey cat. Hey meow. Yeah, that's cool. You're cool. Alright, so what I really like about India. Oh yeah, and then I also want to say, like, that video, it was the last video that I made right before I left India this past time, and I was in a toxic place. I said this in another video. One of the reasons. Oh hey. Ready? So I was in a pretty toxic place. My mind was in a toxic place, and so that video I was really speaking out of. Hello. Oh yes. Meow. Meow. Oh, who's a meow? What a nice meow. So I was speaking out of a toxic mind, and so that's why I think it came out like negative. So it wasn't a reflection of India. Like, there have been times people have left comments on videos. They're like, I don't understand what's going on here. You've said this previously, like you were crying in that hotel room, and then now you say you feel like you're coming home. Like, well, it's not really about India. It's about like my personal journey, and you're not gonna understand it. You're not always gonna understand it because you don't understand what's going on behind the scenes with me, and yeah. So just accept that. So, where was I? What I really like about India is, I mean, India is just vast. It's a vast place, just full of different experiences, different people, different languages, different cultures. I mean, there's so much there. And again, I think this is why it's so important that each person is having their own journey, because what one person gets out of India is going to be completely different than what another person gets. One person who's at a different stage in their growth and their, developmental evolution, spiritually, emotionally, everything, can go to India and have a really beautiful experience just doing yoga and just piecing out on the beach, and like that's what their heart opens up, and that's what they attract. That's the experience they get. Whereas another person who's in turmoil can go to a place like India and experience external turmoil, Like, I went to the desert and I was conned and I was abused and I was lied to, and that was part of my journey that I needed to experience, and if you go to India, what you're going to experience is going to be different. It's going to be, you're going to experience the joys. You're going to experience the things that challenge you, that shake you in different ways, and everyone's going to have something different. So I think what's incredible about India is it offers something different to everybody, and it offers the thing that the person needs, and often what you need is not necessarily what you think you need. Like in that video where I was crying, it's like I'm searching for something, but I don't know what, but I feel it, but I don't know what it is. Like, you can't, like, here's the thing, like, you can't have, like, no one can give you the answer. Oh, hey daddy, there's my dad. Look at his crazy pants. Look at those crazy pants. Long and prosper. Nice hair. Very good. So,
yeah.
I'm vlogging.
Vlogging, good.
Very good.
Internationally?
Yes.
Okay.
Not yet. It hasn't gone online yet. Do you want to say anything about me having gone to India? I'm talking about what I like and dislike about India and my journey, and how everyone gets their own unique journey, and it depends on what each person needs to learn.
Erica loved the microbes and the parasites.
Yeah, that was one of the things I referenced in that video about what I liked and disliked about India, how the food is a little dirty. I got parasites, and I'm doing a parasite cleanse now, and that's really good. That's really good. Let's just say I got some new baggage, and I left some baggage behind. But, look at those pants. Look at my dad's crazy pants.
They work.
Yeah, they look great. So what I like about India is the diversity of experiences, the diversity of ideas, the diversity of people, the diversity of food. I mean, it's this gigantic, just like, yes, like,
University of diversity.
yes, thank you, Daddy. A university of diversity. It's like a playing field where there's just so many ideas and so many, just there's so much there, and there's so much to get out of it, you know? Let's see what else. The food is amazing. The food, I think I like the food in the South. I really like the food in Kashmir. I really enjoyed all the rice and mutton and the wazwan. Alright, what else do I like? I love how, I mean, as far as like a place to go on a journey, like, everything is, like, it's much more affordable to go on a journey, like, backpacking in India than it is in Europe or America, you know? It's really cheap to get around. You can ride a bus for a couple bucks, you know? You can take a train for a couple bucks from Delhi all the way down to Goa, you know? Granted, that's going to be a 26-hour train ride, so, you know, that's the thing about India is, like, there are all these trade-offs. Like, on the one hand, you can get around. The mobility is really accessible, but you're probably going to be really uncomfortable during that 26-hour train ride. So, you know, India's a place that confronts you. It's a place that challenges you. It's a place that offers you all these different experiences of life and of yourself that, you know, you don't necessarily have when you are at home and staying comfortable and staying, you know, in the routine of life as we know it, you know. That's the thing about India. When you go there, it's going to challenge everything. It's going to challenge everything you think, everything you believe. It's going to confront you. And that's why it's so powerful. That's why I keep talking about learning. That's why it's such a place to learn and learn about yourself. And, you know, and I think that's learning about yourself is really key because, you know, how can we know what we want to do truly in life until we know who we are, you know? And how do we know who we are? Like, we experience the full spectrum of who we are. The good, the bad, the beautiful, the ugly. You know, it's like, if you really want to know what's inside, sometimes you gotta break open to find out. So India provides a good place to break, let's just say, and then to be rebuilt. So what I like about India, a lot of the people, a lot of the connectedness, you know, there's all the different opportunities and for experience, you know, there's a whole new level of spirituality to be explored, you know, a whole, just so much. Okay, what I don't like about India is, you know, it's so crowded to the point of complacency and apathy, and I said this in my last video. I said that, people are so connected, but they're apathetic, which is like, wait, what? Like, how are they so connected, but they're apathetic? It's like, there's so many people that, it's like, safety is neglected, like, considering in construction, like, safety is neglected because there's this sort of this feeling like, well, if someone dies, there's another person to replace them. Like, people are just like, it's like they, like, people don't matter in a way. They matter when you love them and know them, but it's just such a crowd of people, of faces, of people that it's just so easy for people just to step on each other and not care because there's so many. So that sort of apathy and disregard for one another is really disturbing. I don't like how, like, the animals are treated, like the dogs. I love the dogs. I love the animals there, but I don't like that it's normal to kick the dogs and beat the dogs and even the cows, which is kind of crazy. Here's the thing about India is there are all these, like, weird, crazy, like, dichotomies of ideas. So, like, the cows are sacred, right? And yet I've seen so many people abuse the cows, beat the cows, kick the cows, you know, be okay with the cows eating trash. You know, I heard this one story about they opened up a cow's stomach and it was full of 40 liters of plastic, you know, so you know, it's like, how can you say you hold the cows sacred and yet you don't protect them? You know, you don't step up to protect them against abuse. Like, so, and, you know, and as I share these ideas, I know there are going to be people who like, quiet, not quiet, but like, I'm not here to argue or to have like a political discussion or anything. Like, I'm just here to express my views. For hopefully they'll help some people. So, what else I don't like about India? I think that's really just how dirty it is. And that's as a result of this sort of like apathy and not caring about one another and the environment. Someone once left me a comment about like in one of my videos, like, oh yeah, India is the most environmentally friendly place on earth. I nearly swallowed my tongue. I nearly like just my head just kind of almost like, what did you say? Have you ever been to India? Like, 2 words: trash fires. Trash fires. Like, there's such poor, there's just hard, I don't even know what the infrastructure is for dealing with trash aside from burning it, feeding it to cows, or throwing it in the water, in the lakes, in the rivers. Like, it's really sad. It's really, really sad. And there's this whole new Swachh Bharat campaign that Prime Minister Modi has implemented, and I really hope that I really have very high wishes for Swachh Bharat, and I hope that, and I've said this before in the other videos, I hope that individual Indians take responsibility for their habits and for their trash, and for speaking up when they see others dropping trash and not taking responsibility. Because that's what I did when I was there. Whenever I saw people, or children especially, eating something and then just dropping the trash right there where they were standing, I stopped them. I said, hey, Swachh Bharat. I pointed to the trash. Swachh Bharat. You pick that up. Swachh Bharat. And if there was a dustbin, I pointed to the dustbin. You know, I remember even once in Kashmir, in one of the beautiful parks in the Tulip Garden, I saw a guy in the distance eat something and then drop the wrapper. And I ran after him. Like, hey, excuse me, you forgot something. Swachh Bharat, Swachh Bharat. And he came back and I pointed to the dustbin, and I think he was really confused, but I think that's what it's going to be. It's not about a big global cleanup. It's about each individual person taking responsibility for their habits to clean up India, to clean up America, to clean up any place. And it's not just with trash. It's with all sorts of, with anything. I mean, we each need to take responsibility for our habits. So, in summation, let's see. Yeah. Understand a person's context before you judge them. And I think that's my struggle with this video blog series, is that often people will drop in and they'll see one video or 2 videos or 3 videos and they don't understand the whole story. If you've been watching, if you've seen all of them, if you've been watching for a while, I just had my 2-year anniversary of doing this project, by the way. You'll notice there's a pretty cool character arc that's happening right now. So, you know, I had one guy drop in and comment on one of my videos, my playing with a goat in Jodhpur, and he said, your vlogs are stupid. Like, there's no substance here. Like, you're the only interesting part of this project. And that's like a person going up to a pointillism, a painting made of all these different points. It's like a person zooming into one point and being like, this point sucks. This point, there's nothing in this point. This dot is meaningless. This is really stupid. But if you zoom out, and if you see the whole picture, the bigger picture, then you understand the beauty and the meaning, right? I'd like to think there are some pretty important lessons in this series, and for those who are wise enough to spend the time, they will find them. It's like mining for gems. Anyways, do you like how I've broken free of my 1-minute vlog constraint? I did that when I started, and it really helped me get over my fear of doing it and not being good enough. And sometimes when you put a constraint around a project, that helps it grow, and that gives it sort of the confines with which to grow, because if it's just too open, it can, it's very easy to fall prey to our excuses and the ideas we have that are holding us back. And we all have them. I have them all the time. So I think for me in this project, I've really struggled and dealt with a lot of just feelings of, looking bad and not feeling like I'm good enough. And now I do feel like I'm good enough. I am good enough. My ideas are good, and I'm really happy with who I am, and I'm really excited about what I'm going to create next in Boston. And I didn't feel that way when I started. I really felt like I had something to prove, and I don't have anything to prove. I just want to be. I just want to share myself, and if I resonate with others, like, that's awesome. Shout out to Carla. Hey, Carla! Hope you're watching. Carla is a chick who recently reached out to me. She's 24 years old. Is from Canada but lives in London, and just needed, like, found my vlogs in her searching. Like, she knew she needed something, and my vlog. I had this really great conversation with her the other day, and she said that my vlogs inspired her to believe that a journey to India was possible for herself, and that really made me feel so good, because I've had to deal with a lot of demons on this process, and just to hear that it helped even just one person, just made it all worth it. Hey, meow! Meow. Such a meow. Such a meow. Alright, well, oh, yeah. This is New Orleans. This is where my sister lived in college, and I came down to visit her during my high school years, and I had a lot of really special memories in this place. Church right across the street that was built in the 1850s. Which, I mean, that's another cool thing about India. The history of America is like a spit in the bucket compared to the history of India. There's so much history there. There's so much culture. I mean, there's just so, like, you want to know about a really long timeline? India's got it. So, you know, if you're thinking of going on a journey, like, it's worth it. And there's a very big difference between a journey and a vacation. Like, a lot of people will go to India for like a week or 2 weeks on this like package thing and just do yoga and like just have a really great time. And, you know, good. Congratulations. That's awesome. There's a very big difference between doing that and going on a journey where you don't necessarily know what's going to happen, and you don't know where you're going to end up, and you don't have control. And that's a really big difference. When you go on a journey, you don't have control. So you have to go with the flow, because the point of journeys are to grow as a person. You know, the hero's journey with Joseph Campbell, I mean, it's all about that growing as a person and learning lessons that transform and unlock a person's true potential. So, you know, going to India is great for journeying and for learning and unlocking your potential. And meow. Here, you're meow. Oh, hello. Yes, meow. Meow. Yes, meow. Who's a meow? You should meow. Who's a meow? You should meow. Okay. All right. Is this long enough? Is this my longest vlog? This might be my longest vlog. I. Oh, hello. Oh, hello, meow. Going back to Boston in a couple of days, I'm really excited because I feel like I'm the person I need to be now to make a life that I'm really happy with. Oh, thank you, meow. Thank you. Okay, peace. And if you're a woman who wants to go on a journey and needs some advice, reach out to me. Okay. Oh, thank you. It's getting a little massage, a little Keaton massage. Thank you. Thanks, friend. The good thing about going on a journey is it transforms you if you let it. My friends.